I'm supposed to be recovering from hernia surgery, which I just had done on Monday, October 27th, and I'm here making videos. I'm Ramon, and welcome back to All Scale RC. Okay, so one of the websites that I frequent reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in a battery promotion that they were running. They offered to send me out some batteries to try out, and I said yes. The website is called Hobby King, and one of their representatives reached out to me and sent me a list of the batteries, and I started looking at the list of batteries, and I was like, wow, a lot of these seem pretty small and seem like a dimension that would fit a lot of the Grom line and a lot of these 1/14 scale cars that I have, that I've been dying to make big power in. So I went through the list and I was like, all right, these look like they'll fit. But you know, you kind of have to receive them and then try to. So the batteries came in. The batteries are Turnigy Batteries. I have different sizes throughout these cars, and we're going to go over the sizes, what fits in these cars. But you are going to be surprised. Two of these 1/14 scale cars have actually 6S batteries in them. Now, they're not wired for 6S yet. I literally got these. I just had surgery on Monday. Not ready for that yet. But the batteries fit. And that's usually the hard part, is trying to squeeze large batteries into these little cars. So I'm actually excited about that. I got a nice 4S battery in one of these. 3S. The surprise is actually being able to squeeze a 6S in these. Now, I don't have any fancy tools to tell you whether or not the discharge rates are accurate or anything like that. And to be honest with you, no matter how much you try on a bench with tools, it all comes down to, you go outside, temperatures will make a difference. If it's a windy day and you're driving against wind, it's probably going to affect it. The road surface. The worse the road surface, you're going to burn out your batteries quicker. I like to run on sand. I go through batteries pretty quick on sand. So I don't have any fancy equipment to test these batteries, but I can sure as hell tell you what they're going to fit in. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go through these cars and look at the batteries. I'm going to read off what the cars have in them. And I'm also going to put in the description of the video the batteries, the links, and what I was able to fit them in. If you want to do a silly build. I mean, like, that's part of the fun. You guys know that, right? Part of the fun is taking these cars and just see what's the most you can get out of them. Like, to me, that's more fun than just running them. You know, running them, you get bored after a little bit. But tinkering with them, seeing what you can make them do, and blowing them up sometimes, that's part of the fun. All right, so here we have a ARRMMA Typhon Grom. I changed the body on it and it has paddle tires. This one is still brushed. I still haven't converted it. The motor from this one is actually going to go in this one. This one I have a big motor for. In this one here, I squeezed in a Turnigy 3.3. That's a 3300 mAh battery. This one is a 3-cell. Now, I know that these cars come built to, well, if you have the brushless version, they do run 3 cells, but usually the 3-cell you get, it's not as big as this 3-cell. Now this 3-cell is a 30C. That's the discharge rate. So this is a 30C. But that fits in there actually snug. Very snug. This body fits on there perfectly. I'm sure that body will fit in because I actually have a bigger battery in this body. This body actually allows you, the stock Typhon Grom body actually is a little bit roomier than the aftermarket Proline body. But 3-cell, 3.3, Turnigy 3.3. I'll put the part number for the batteries in the description. Alright, here's another Typhon Grom. This one I have a big motor for it, and now this one I am able to squeeze a 4S in here. Now this is a Shorty pack. These packs are probably for airplanes, but they'll work in here too. This is the Turnigy 2.2. That's a 2200 mAh 4-cell battery. It's a 4-cell battery, and the discharge rate on this one is 30C as well. But that's a 4S. Fits in here. Car's built for a 3S, so to me that's pretty good. I mean, that car came with this battery. Like that is that's like a pack of gum. So here's it's a Shorty pack, which helps allow it to fit in the car, but it's a thick pack and it's 4S. Okay, now the Mojave Grom. Didn't want to come off there for a second, but here's my Mojave Grom. And look at that pack in there. That thing fits like a glove. And that is a 4-cell battery in there. I mean, look, it's a little brick. This is what comes with them, a 2S. It's a little bit longer. Definitely a lot thicker. Fits in here perfectly. This is the Turnigy 3.3, 3300, and it's a 4-cell, and this charge rate is 30C as well. But it's what fits. Now here's the new Gorgon Grom, the same as the Quake Grom, pretty much. And this, I don't know what they were thinking. I have no idea what battery pack will fit in here other than the 2S that came with it. Now you might be able to squeeze another 2S in there, maybe a little larger capacity, but I don't even have a battery for this except for the stock batteries. I have no idea why they made that so tight. So you are not gonna, you know, if anybody finds out a 3S battery that fits this, let me know, because I am converting this. I'm not keeping this brush. I'm not keeping the brush motor in this. It might just be a 2S build. That is not staying that way. Yeah, that is the tightest battery compartment in the Gorgon Grom and in the Quake Grom. I don't understand why that wasn't done a little differently. Body does go on pretty easy on these though. Okay, so here's what we were actually waiting for. 6S in this Hypergo, MJX Hypergo. I forget which one this is. There's a 6S battery in here. This is a car designed for 3, and I'm not sure if this thing even takes a 4S. It might just be a 3S car. You would have to increase the strap. The strap is too short. This 6S battery, you saw it. That body fit on here. It was clipped on. This is a 6S 2.2, 2200 mAh, 30C discharge rate. So this is a 6S battery. Now it was probably designed for an airplane cockpit, but hey, it works in here. Of course, you have to change out your connectors. Find the 6S ESC to fit in here. You probably have to mount a 6S ESC on its side to get it in, but you can actually do a 6S build. Now, trying to do a 6S build on this or even this, I would highly recommend going to foam tires because you're gonna blow some tires. And this one as well, look, body's on fully, body is clipped on, and .6S battery as well. This one on the RLAARLO ROG1, the battery fits, the strap fits perfectly. So you don't even have to change the strap on the RLAARLO ROG1. And the battery pops right in. Now, the only thing, their ESC is centered. And I did heat it up. I heated up the ESC to move it over a hair to allow the battery to go in. But regardless, that is not a 6S ESC, so we would have to change that out. For all you guys wanting to do crazy builds and you need a 6S, the hardest part is figuring out what you can fit in these cars. And with these smaller batteries, that's a ticket right there. That's it. So I'm really excited about these Turnigy batteries. There's a close-up. Okay, I'm going to put all the part numbers down in the descriptions, which cars I fit them in, and the links of where you can get these batteries. And I want to say thank you to Rachel from Hobby King. I don't know if it's Rachel or Raquel, for sending these batteries out to me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, as soon as I find time, I'll put one of these cards together and I'll post it on this channel. I've been a little busy and I'm supposed to actually be recovering right now from this hernia surgery. So as soon as I get the, I find the time, I'll put one of these cards together and we'll see what it does. That 6S is really calling my name in one of these. I think it's probably going to be a nightmare between axles and trying to keep tires on it, but it's all part of the fun. I will be posting the batteries, the part number for the batteries, and what cars they fit in, and the links to Hobby King, so you guys can get yourself some batteries if you're interested in building something crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.